Heavenly Father, we come to you in this hour, asking for your guidance and protection to our virtual gathering today. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of work, and the gift of friendship. We thank you for this great opportunity to bring us together in this session as brothers and sisters. Bless the committee, the facilitator, and the attendees of this gathering. May we continue to value and appreciate the true essence and meaning of life with the help of your grace. And as we go along to our discussion today, we humbly pray that you would deepen our understanding. Lord, enlighten us and give us wisdom every day. Forgive us for our shortcomings and remind us to always be mindful of the things we do in life. We offer our life and our decisions to you, O Lord. May this gathering today create a memorable experience and a fruitful outcome. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, our Redeemer and our Savior. Amen.
Good afternoon to everyone and Happy New Year, Satanan. I know that everyone is busy right now, especially with the enrollment, and maybe for some of us, maybe meeting our classes already, all because we are starting a new semester. And as we welcome the second semester of this academic year, we also welcome you all to the orientation on Innovating GE10, or we call it Innovation Culture in SU. Um, we are truly really excited to introduce a transformative innovation. It's designed to enrich our educational journey. And this module integrates generative AI technology and responsible digital management into our whole person education course, or what we call GE10. No? At Silliman, we all know that we recognize AI as a transformative educational tool, which plays kind of pivotal role in the classroom, in our administration, and overall campus ecosystem. So through the integration of the module to GE10, our learners will explore practical applications of AI, especially in the classroom, enhancing also their it's like learning experience and aligning it with our university's commitment to digital transformation. So we really look forward to everyone's support, active participation, and the unique perspectives you will bring to this initiative also is very much welcome. So once again, welcome. And without further ado, let me just call Dr. Dave Marshall for the rationale and for to give you the introductions of um, our webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Alfie. Maayong hapon, Ma'am Jean. Maayong hapon sa tanan. At magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Andito po ako ngayon sa Manila. And apologize for our connectivity. We are still settling down. As you know, we just transferred to our new home at the fifth floor of the Portal East building. I invite all of you to visit us in the new building, or it's not really new building, new office of the Global Study Center. The same operations, and then we will be improving more, enhancing more services and activities at the Global Study Center. This is very quick. We will try to make it very short, considering that this topic also is very short and taking from from the innovations into the micro delivery or micro learning. So let me share my slides to give a context and the rationale of why this innovation in the GE10 is launched or provided. Dugay na wala ka, Zoom. Libog na. Okay. Before I will proceed to the GE10 part, let me present for some so that you will have an idea the main reason why we have to innovate our GE10. Last year, the Office of the President initiated the crafting of the innovation framework of Silliman University. And it was actually endorsed also to the Dean's Conference and now being approved and finalized in the Board of Trustees. And I am presenting this to you. I presented this to the e-learning point person last December. And we feel that it is also worth sharing the innovation framework in the university before we will go through to the GE10 innovation. Now, we know that innovations reshape a lot of things. That includes also teaching and learning. In the landscape of education, it is always associated with technology. So if you could remember, there was a term, Education 1.0. The Education 1.0, this is the steam engine era. This is where education was teacher-centered and the students played a passive role. I think we grew up like this. And then there is an Education 2.0. This is where we started technologies with the electrical energy, or this is the stage where electrical energy revolution came in, and it emphasizes on the web technology. That is why they introduces on student engagement, collaboration, communication, because this is where na natin internet. And then here comes Education 3.0. The Education 3.0 focuses more towards a more active and more enhanced computerization and the internet, personalization, learning path, creativity. But the emphasis actually on the 3.0 is the so-called the social media. This is where Facebook came in. If you could recall, Friendster came in, MySpace before, and so on and so forth. And then here comes the Education 4.0. This is where towards approaching the COVID time and ending the COVID time. That's Education 5.0, where AI came in, or Internet of Things. We were more, or this era is popularized with the term Internet of Things, where everything is connected, smartphone, smartwatch, smart gadgets, and so on and so forth. During the COVID, we thought that we will enter in terms of the educational landscape. But when generative AI came in, that's where the struggles again also starting, and that is actually on the Education 5.0. But the emphasis on Education 5.0 capitalizes also on the power of generative AI. That is why it's called a technology with a human-centered approach that balances educational or technological capabilities, core values, and promote holistic education. Just to share with you also that the Commission in Higher Education cited also that SEI need to adapt innovations in all forms, systems, and technology integration, highlighting how digital transformation is being utilized to enhance learning experiences and institutional efficiency. The learning experiences here that refers to instructional innovations while institutional efficiency that refers to administrative systems or operations. And that, if you notice also, our president pronounced that there was a change or there was a revision in our mission, highlighting or emphasizing on innovations. No, you can see that also in our goal number 4, world-class facilities, innovative systems and processes responsive to the needs of the stakeholders. In our framework, we define innovation as the process of implementing new ideas, technologies, and practices. What does it mean? It means that when we say innovation, it does not mean robot, it does not mean high-powered technology, hardware, and software, but it's basically innovating our ideas, implementing new ideas, and um, innovations also in terms of practices to improve and future-proof education. Innovation in Siliman, we're one of actually of the few that introduces innovation, particularly from the perspective of information technology. When we had the Oitengsu Computer Center, that was in 1988. We were the first that has we have a good internet fiber optics backbone installed in the city, and etc. etc. There are also processes in the innovation cycle, just like in the in the education cycle. As far as innovation is concerned, there are also cycles. It all started with digitization. Digitization, this refers to data. Say for example, if we scan our photo or we scan our document, that's it's actually called digitization. And then it follows by digitalization. Digitalization, this is where we automate our process. So for example, our enrollment system, that is digitalization. Our If we have library system, that is digitalization. But if our book is being scanned and our librarians let it borrow, that is not digitalization, that is digitization. So that's the first phase actually of innovation. And here comes the digital transformation. The transformation is an approach to reimagine business process strategies and models to leverage digital technologies and capitalize on their benefits. So the business creation component, this is where, for example, there is our enrollment system, we added online payment. Our enrollment system, there is academic advising. Our enrollment system or our grading system perhaps can detect who are the top 30, and so on and so forth, because there are automation already, there are transformation. The last one is the most abused this recently is the disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovation is changing the way we deliver teaching and learning perhaps in the last 20 years or in the last decade. So it refers to transformative changes in products, services, and processes that disrupt existing markets or industries. That is why in the university we have a lot of change. So introducing to you the approved innovation framework in the university, we divided actually into three what's this groups, no? So the trifocal initiative, this is actually the banner of the president on the program, people, and partnerships, where we said that she said that when we develop program, we ensure that in this program there are people assigned, and we also capitalize on our partnership both internally and externally. From this trifocal initiative, it's either we focus on program, people, or partnership. Digital transformation will come in. In other words, the framework is just actually anchored on the existing initiative in the university. So we have faith, rather we have fire, faith, instruction, research, extension. We added S. The S there is the service, because if you notice in many of our documents in the university, sometimes our ICT, MIS is not being highlighted or not being prioritized. That is why sometimes why is it that our unit is not being part of the automation, and etc. So the services component is added. And then in this circle also, we look at the process, we look at infrastructure, and we look at human resources. What does it mean? That in any digital transformation that we are doing, we should not forget the process of implementation, design, and of course the infrastructure that involves the people, the hardware, the software, telecommunication, and your human resources for the people. We all of this is always anchored on our 5 C's, that when we transform operations or our teaching and learning, we should not forget that the reason behind this is to improve teaching and learning on the different avenues of learning of our students in the classroom, culture, community, court, and the church. Um, Digital transformation is an investment, and you know that we don't have the luxury of resources, unlike with big universities where they go for digital transformation. They have a lot of budget, so we capitalize also on our alumni partnership and collaborations with industry, funding agencies, NGOs, the government, and even we can utilize also students as part of their internship, develop programs, develop IT programs, develop IT systems, no, for students as part of their internship, like for CCS, for College of Engineering. Instead of going out, they can actually develop systems for the university. It could serve also as a faculty research or immersions, like for us in the IT, we need to develop, enhance also our skills in programming and etc. So instead of hiring programmers outside, we can also tap our own human resources. All of these digital transformation anchored on the trifocal initiative is equated with a balanced, ethical, and responsible way of doing it. After all, that's our um, vision and mission in the university, making sure, and at the same time the global study center is advocating also on the ethical and responsible use of digital technology. All of this is basically the main intention is for an innovative teaching and learning, making sure that all this digital transformation is articulated, responding rather to respond our institutional outcome, articulated in the program outcomes, and visible in the course outcome. Why we are doing all of this is basically making sure that we are doing not just simply education 5.0, responding 5.0, but holistic, whole person education 5.0. Basically, the intention, the idea is to at least future proof our education. Future proofing in the definition of the World Economic Forum, and even with the CMEO, that's basically the use of I mean the implementation or the incorporation of disruptive innovation in teaching and learning. There are more works to do. The Dean's Conference, basically the heart of the process in inculcating an innovation mindset within the university, and that is a shared responsibility across all divisions. Academic units must continuously also navigate, reconfigure, and reshape programs to ensure they align with the evolving landscape of education. Us in the Global Study Center, we are responsible for any innovations, of course, in cooperation with the different units, academic units in the university, emphasizing on the incorporation of educational technology, so instructional innovations, techno-pedagogical support. That's the global that's the responsibility of the Global Study Center. If you notice also that TBI is not anymore under me, you cannot anymore see me in the works of TBI, KTTO, because that's officially turned over to or under the Research, Innovation, and Publication Office. So any innovations in relation to research, publications, and etc., those kind of innovation is handled or under the Research Office. And of course, um, the operations, for efficiency of our operations, administrative offices, that's handled by the ICT division. So this is the framework basically to foster a culture and innovation mindset. When it was presented and approved by the Board of Trustees, the Board of Trustees actually asked, or even the Office of the President asked, how are we going to articulate this innovation framework? And the task actually given back to us, as the proponent, is making sure that this innovation framework is being cascaded to our learners, to our students, emphasizing on the different initiative that we have, like the AI framework, how to become a responsible social media user, and so on and so. So our initiative, as part of the initiative, this is one of the many checklists that we are doing in the Global Study Center. Hashtag innovation initiative, particularly on instructional innovation, is to innovate our GE10, the whole person education. So um, before, during the time of former Vice President for Academic Affairs, I was part of the committee to develop the content of whole person education. Uh, the idea there is to have a brand of making sure that there is a comprehensive understanding of whole person education at Silliman, and that we declared rather GE10 as part of our general education, which is teaching our students the whole concept of whole person education. I think together with me is I think Dr. Cobello, Dr. Edwin, I think part si Sir Edwin during this time when we formulated the GE10. I forgot na kinsa patong uban. And this is the idea now that we wanted to incorporate. In other words, we wanted to incorporate all innovation mindset and initiative in the whole person education class. So what's the rationale? 2019, we introduced GE10. This is a 3-unit course that integrates the university's institutional graduate outcome. So um, the GE10 also is not designed as a 54-hour face-to-face contact hours, because they have a lot of performance tasks, di ba? And they have to submit proof that they've been attending this, they are doing this, and so on, especially on the 5Cs. It incorporates key initiatives such as FIRE, the 5C, service learning, institutional heritage, wellness to support its outcomes-based education framework. And faculty members from various departments teach the course to complement students' graduate attribute. So it was also decided before that kung CCS nga students, ang GE10 handled by CCS, or for agriculture, handled by agriculture. Just to contextualize, especially on the program graduate outcome. Post COVID-19, the university adapted. We still have the uh, technology enhanced on-site learning, emphasizing on the blended hybrid models, emphasizing technology enhanced on-site learning. Um, because technically, even the Commission on Higher Education, they did not leave flexible learning CMO. And it is actually carried over. And according to CHED, pwede rin kitag mag-flexible learning as long as it is not beyond 50% technology or the online part. Otherwise, we have to seek permission that it will be part of an online distance education. And then starting in 2023, the university placed greater emphasis on innovation articulated in its mission and vision. So we developed the AI framework, the policies, the implementing guidelines, and just very recently, last year, is our innovation framework. And there's a lot of initiative that we are doing, especially at the Global Study Center, in support of the innovation culture or innovation mindset in the university. So with this, it is essential to effectively communicate and articulate this innovative effort to help students understand the role of innovation in developing competent and responsible graduates, especially on the ethical use of digital technology. So the Dean's Conference approved a 6 hour that a 6 hour module micro course. In our proposal, we adopted the definition of micro course under the concept of micro credentialing. You can call it module, unit, sub modules. Is a 6 hour micro course be embedded within GE10. The micro course slash module slash unit fosters an innovative mindset through Seliman University's innovation framework and technology enhanced classroom policies. So um, I think yesterday I've also coordinated with the different departments having that will be having their accreditation, because I shared with them that in the past cycles of accreditation, the accreditors always ask for the LMS, the Learning Management System, the MySoul, our MySoul, and they always ask, show to us a virtual classroom of your classes and etc. So we will be strategizing this, because we have to uh, make sure also that we can exhibit good good classrooms, virtual classrooms, as part of our initiative as we declare on the technology enhanced on-site learning. So students in this 6 hour module unit micro course will explore the integration of AI by learning practical applications in the classroom and understanding the university's AI declaration. So this module also addresses responsible digital citizenship, identifying misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation on social media. I'm very proud of this because this project, a United Board funded project, won. We became 72nd in the World University WURI, World University ranking on innovation. So we submitted this project and we won. We are on the 72nd place in the world. So we wanted to share that there is a content on the different initiative, how to identify deepfake, how to identify this content that has misinformation content, and so on and so forth. Students also will develop fact checking initiative, fact checking strategies, and ethical social media practices to navigate the digital world responsibly. This initiative seeks to innovate the delivery of GE10, aligning it with the university's mission and goals on innovation. So this unit, micro course, module, innovation culture in Siliman University not only educate our students about the university's innovation initiative, but also offers them varied, flexible, and creative learning strategies. Uh, Aside from the content, we wanted also that we can also practice a full self-paced content, just like other universities abroad doing it. By the way, um, this kind of mechanism, we also adapted this from our partner in Hong Kong, because all of us became also a project, a learner of a project in Hong Kong Baptist University, which is very similar to this. Ours is, we call it whole person education. To them, social ethics, blah blah blah. And currently, they are also offering digital ethics and others. So this idea also is taken from what we learn from our partner institutions. And what does it mean? It entails that we have to adapt also what is the you know the innovations as far as delivery is concerned. So in a nutshell, this initiative kanang inyuhang 54 hours lecture or 54 hours 3 unit GE10 makuhaan lang na siya og 6 hours. And the 6 hours, you will not deliver that, but the students will be enrolling to a ready-made virtual classroom that we develop, and the students will learn it and they will submit a certificate to you as they comply. To give to explain further on the instructional design and implementation, I'll turn over the screen to Alfie to discuss the instructional design, the content, and how it is going to be implemented.
Thank you, sir. So let me share my screen just to give you an idea on how it was designed. Okay. All right. So in here, um, the GE10 course at Silima University incorporates this is we incorporate a self-paced module delivered asynchronously through, of course, our MISO learning management system, and students are enrolled in an additional virtual classroom, and allowing them it allows them to like complete the module at their own pace. So GE10 instructors should clearly outline this self-directed learning component in their course syllabus, especially when they introduce it to the class, to ensure that the students recognize it as like an integral part of the course. And the engagement, as mentioned earlier by Sir Dave, is only 6 hours, which means 2 weeks, not 2 weeks of asynchronous learning for the students, no, for this module. And when it comes to the learning outcomes, so we have two. Upon completion, students are expected to achieve these primary learning outcomes, which it's more of understanding Silliman University's innovation framework. Students will gain insight into the university's innovation framework, guidelines, and policies with a particular focus on future proofing initiatives. And the second one is more on reflecting on innovation, AI, and of course, digital engagements. Um, the students are presented with three main topics. So because we consider it a module or a unit, so we have three main topics. Um, Namely, we have innovation initiatives, and then we have ethical use of AI, and the third one is responsible use of social media. So these are the topics. And then we also have um the assessment, no, all in the 6 hours we have the assessment. And for this module, it comprises three automated knowledge checks and one performance task. So when we talk of knowledge checks, they are quizzes or objective type assessments covering key concepts related to innovation, AI integration, and of course responsible social media use. And the performance task involves a reflective exercise where students articulate how innovation, AI, and of course, responsible digital engagement um, enhance their growth within the whole person education framework. So it's really like it really also includes the whole person educate it's included in the whole person education framework. And um we at the Global Study Center, we monitor submissions, submission status, the categorization, we categorize them as submitted or not submitted, so we will be the ones to check their performance tasks. And then students must submit this performance task to access their certificate. So they could not access their certificates if they are not graded by us. No, so we really have to. It's a daily. It's part of the daily routine that we check. We have to check also the virtual classroom because there might be students who have finished already, and upon successful completion, students receive a certificate of completion, and that's downloadable in their virtual classroom for this module. And this certificate reflects the student's performance on the knowledge checks. And students are required to submit this certificate. In turn, this will be submitted to you in um, in your virtual classrooms, or maybe, yes, as evidence of fulfilling the course requirements for this module, or for this unit, or for this module. So that's how we have for assessment and proof of completion. And you might be wondering if the module is too long for 6 hours, but we really took the time to go through each part and double the time for students to comply, especially with the learning activities. So here is the learning activity time distribution we have. And the learning activities are divided with its corresponding number of minutes on how long the learners should be spending on a particular activity, just to make sure that it can be done in 6 hours or maybe less by our students. So that's it for me. I will turn over the screen to Sir Fredley for how it should be implemented. Okay.
Thank you, Ma'am Alfie. So my talk is about mechanics in WPE integration and navigating the virtual classroom. So allow me to share my slide. I hope you are able to see now the slide. So here, this is the implementation or the mechanics of the WPE. So first, GE10 instructors should include the self-paced learning approach in their GE10 syllabus. So ensuring that students understand this requirement as part of the course delivery. So they should determine the schedule or the perfect timing for when the student should begin the module. Next, the students will be registered in an additional virtual classroom at no additional cost to complete the module at their own pace. Upon completion, students will submit their certificate of completion to their respective instructors. So that means that you have your own GE10 virtual classroom. All you need to do is just you can make a simple assignment feature in MySoul, and then the students will just simply upload their certificate. Again, uh, in the GSC team will be the one to check all of the submissions uh, given to the module, which is the innovative mindsets in whole person education. So preferably digital certificate is uh, visible in your virtual classroom. So it means that you have your assignment feature in your GE10 virtual classroom. So this is, I will be showing you a virtual classroom screenshot for this particular mic module. And then I will give you a thorough quick tour for that particular online course. So as you can see here, this will be the virtual classroom screenshot. So we have here the introduction and then the topics with the corresponding quizzes. So in that case, in that quiz, it will test their higher order thinking skills and low order thinking skills. And then we have also prepared performance tasks and then reflection and evaluation of this particular module. And then if they already done with that particular learning activities as well as viewing the resources, so they can get their certificate and then they can also have their digital badge. Again, the certificate of completion is you need to comply all of the requirements needed in the learning activities and then learning resources, as well as the major requirement, which is the performance task. And then here is some sample feature per topic. So we have here a certain topic, and then we have innovation culture. So in that innovation culture, we have one knowledge check. Again, this is to test their low and high order thinking skills. So this is particularly based from the learning resource. And then they will also give their uh, reflection we have a sort of discussion board. So that name is Let's Connect. So now I will give you a short, quick run through regarding the environment of the online course.
Very quickly, while Sir Fredley is preparing and sharing, to answer Ma'am Gina's inquiry, there will be no reduction of pay and units to the teacher assigned with a GE10 or GE10A. Uh, no reduction of the pay, unit, salary, or whatsoever. Instead, there is a reduction of your contact hours, but your number of units and incentives will not be reduced. Question on whether GE10 or GE10A, it's actually just a coding in our system. If you will see A 2018, that's basically the same. Both are whole person education. The system will just put I think Sir Jake is here can also support me. If you will see GE10 2018 and GE10 something A, they're both the same. It's just a matter of the timing. I think if you belong to the old or new curriculum.
Okay, thank you, Sir Dave. So this is, I hope you are able to see now the virtual classroom. So again,
Yes,
this,
Fred.
okay. So this is the innovation culture in SU, fostering responsible digital engagement. So in this one, as I told you earlier, so these are the contents of the virtual classroom. So you have your introduction and then you have your major three topics. So if I click innovation culture, then you will see here a learning resource is available. So all you need to do is just simply view this particular readings. So again, this is crafted into different features in our MySoul. So after they do that, so they will just simply follow the instruction provided by each learning resources. So again, in this part, if they will already view this part, read this part, then all they need to do is just simply click the circle with check mark. So in that case, the progress tracker is 1/1, which means they already done with that particular learning resource, which is the viewing. And after that, they will perform a knowledge check one. So I will give you a short tour with this one. So we already prepare some instructions and then some attempts and then how many items and then how many minutes to take the test. So example knowledge check one, and then I will just simply run through it. So I will just act as a student or a learner in this subject. So I will just click preview this quiz. Then I will start attempt. Again, this particular question has a timer, and then, as I said earlier, so this is composed of 15 questions depending on that particular instructions of the knowledge check. So let's say here, let's have a quick answer with this one. So here, let's have the responses. So again, this is a combination of higher order thinking skills and low order thinking skills depending on the less learning resources we have provided. So it's not more on the practicing our student with a low thinking skills. This is more on scenario based and then more on the concept of that particular learning resources provided. So for instance, let's have here, they can also jump to another question. Okay, so they will just simply answer this one. So I hope my internet connectivity is fine with this. Okay, so for example, we're done with this one. So again, you can see the timer there at the top part, and then finish attempt, and then they can return, and then they can all submit this particular attempt. So submit all and finish, and then they will see there an instant feedback regarding the range of the scores. And then this is the instant feedback. And then if we have also provided the specific item feedback, or the specific feedback for particular item. And then here we just simply finish the review, and then they can see here the feedback. So that's how the knowledge check works. And then here they can also have the another part. Okay. So here in the innovation culture, so once they view this particular learning resources, they can also give their specific uh, reflections. Just like, for example, in ethical use of AI, so they can have this one. And here, each you can see the discussion board in each particular knowledge check. So in this part, if you are done with this particular knowledge check, then at the next part is the discussion board, wherein they can share their questions, reflections about that particular topic. And then that is the structure per topic. So they will see the learning resources and then followed by the knowledge check. In that knowledge check, they have a quiz feature, and then they have a discussion board, which is in forum feature. And then let's go to the major activity. We have the performance task. So they will need to perform this particular specification of the task, and they just submit this one. As you can see, in each particular sections, we have the restriction part. They cannot view these particular details if they uh, have not taken that particular knowledge checks and then that particular discussion board. So here we have some restrictions or conditions. Okay, in short, they cannot do shortcuts in this particular module. And then we have, after the performance test, we have the reflection and evaluation. So here, reflection, and then you have your evaluation of the module for further improvements. And then after that, if they've done with the reflection and then the evaluation, then they will get the certificate of completion, and then we have the badge. This will be reflected in their own profile of the MySoul. So, example for the certificate of completion, this will be the view of the certificate. So, of course, here the name and then the issue date and then the knowledge check rating and then the certificate number. And then this part, the certificate part, they need to download this one and then submit it to your respective virtual classroom for them to credit the 6 hours of this particular module. And then if they have something to have questions or concerns, they can do the help desk. So we provided a discussion board for them, and that's it. So that's the parts of the module for innovation culture and SU fostering responsible digital engagement. So now I will give the floor to Mom Alfie. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Fredly. So that ends our presentation, and we are now ready to answer questions. I believe we have already questions here um, in the chat box. So maybe I could read them so that anyone from the team, especially Sir Dave, could answer them. So the first one is from Ma'am Myra, Doc Myra. So do you determine which weeks will this be? For example, during the second and third week of the semester, or does the teacher of GE determine which weeks the students will go into this? So it will be the teacher of GE10 who will be the one to determine where, which part of um, the lesson you will be able to integrate this one. So it could be like, for example, it could be um, the first unit that you would want to make, or it could be part of the culture for the 5 C's, or it could be the last. So it would really depend on you, on the
Yeah.
teacher. Mm.
We also give that prerogative to the teacher, because you can use that. Let's say, for example, if you are out of town and then
Yes.
you cannot meet your you cannot meet your students, you can actually incorporate there. And if there is a plan, so
Yeah.
why won't you tell, while I am out, you have to take this, and so on and so on. And that will also divide our task, because remember, there are how many sections, Alfie?
For
For this semester,
we
there
have
are
we
Jade.
I have Sir
We have
Jade.
there are 12 sections, so that's basically
12, yes.
Yeah.
12 times 40. So that is the number of activities that we will be checking,
Checking.
actually, because we will be checking one by one, not on the not on it not on how good and bad the output, but really look at the content of itself as part of our pilot, and we will see how fast we can, how fast we can check. Next question.
Okay, so from Doc Gina, my understanding is that our GE10 teacher be paid the same even with a 6 hour lesson engagement. Is this correct? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So same lang siya, no? Um, it's not that we will be paid for the 6 hours. No, it will just be the same for the teacher. And we have another one from Sir Leonidas. What happens if the student cannot satisfactorily satisfy the requirements of this particular engagement, or if they cannot present um, a certificate of completion?
Yeah. Um, thanks, sir. And then I will relate this with the question of Sir Clint, how many percentage and etc. As mentioned, this is only 6 hour. Um, the one strategy could be the certificate. It could be one quiz for you. One quiz with a scoring perhaps of, it depends on how much score you will put premium into this, because in the certificate we put the knowledge check rating in percentage. So the perfect, in the certificate you will see 100%, 98%. In our experience, like with the HKBU and some other engagement we have, they put the percentage rating. So the entire certificate is equivalent to one assignment, and each assignment is equivalent to, it's either 100% or 100 points. On, in terms of how you're going to distribute that in the overall score, it's up to you. That's your prerogative already.
So I guess it also answers Sir Clint's question about how it's graded, no? So it's really up to the teacher and how to make it maybe an activity or a long exam, or the the score for the certificate. And from Pastor Wella, who will identify when the students will take the course within the semester? Is it the teacher or the MySol team? So, ma'am, all of those who are enrolled in GE10 for this semester are automatically also enrolled in in the VC for this micro course or for this module. So, it's up to you to just because you will be sharing the whole maybe your syllabus to them, so you will have to also tell them when you will have to they will have to um, take or say answer the activities in this module. So yes, ma'am.
And
Okay.
the um, the students will see their 6 hour virtual classroom on Monday. It will be visible on Monday, because the idea really is this is self-paced, and then they don't need straight 6 hours. They can start it few minutes or a few hours, and then they can finish other some other time.
Let me just read also, sir, ma'am, Myra's other question, because this is something, because what if they cannot finish for the 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Will there be an extension? So we will be offering, or the course will be shown to them for the whole semester. For the whole semester, so they have, so it's up to you to have like how you will be grading them if they will be placing their certificates late. So yes, it will be available to them for the whole semester. This is a very good question, because we were also talking about this earlier. Is there a version of this module for our teachers and administrators? Ethical use of AI is something we all need to learn. So, Sir Dave,
Actually, we had a meeting before this, and then we had a meeting before this, and we said, can we compel the teachers to to take first all of those, so that they can relate if they need, some discussion. Because our experience really with the Hong Kong Baptist University and some other projects that we have, they let us experience as a learner, and then later on they are the one doing this. But um, depende lang siguro na to, mga moms, answer if we would like to take to take. In fact, we were suggesting that if you like to be added, ang amo na lang pod, if you will be added manggod as a teacher, you will see also other students. No, you will see also other students. Although the student can see who are the teachers online, but that's actually the concept of asynchronous learning. Students will see who are the facilitators, who are the teachers, but of course they cannot see the scoring. If you are a teacher, Manggod, you can also take, actually. you can you can do your own. But there was also a suggestion ganina nga himuan na lang nato ni sila og laing kuan oy, laing virtual classroom para sa tanang mga teachers, and then no scoring at all para dili sila mahiubos if kamay. Something like that. Just for fun. I mean, just for just for experience that they have that, so that by the time the student will submit, they can also relate. Like, what if you will see 68%, diba? So that you would know also.
From Sir Linidas again, do we submit in advance the schedule so that the whole batch will be coordinated? Um, it's just a matter of just giving us or informing us, sir, so that we would know that there will or we will know that there. But usually we really check. It's like a routine for us. Like every day we have to check if there are submissions.
I
So
think
um,
I think the question ni sir is sir, you don't need to inform us.
yeah,
You don't need to inform us because we have the we have the access who enrolled in GE10 or GE10A. So it's automatic, sir. On Monday, all those who enrolled in GE10,
GE10.
they will see they will see a separate virtual class.
So it's automatic. If they are enrolled in GE10, they will also be enrolled in this module. Okay, so
I
I
think
think
Dr. Cobello raised his hand.
okay, so Dr. Cabello, you might want
It was
to
answered already, Sir Dave.
okay.
Yeah, was covered already. Thank you.
Midterm grade considering which means it goes overtime during the second half for grading. So um we will just have to place because it will be us the teachers who will be um um, placing it in the syllabus on what part of the course we will be placing it. So at least we will have to also organize it in such a way that it would belong to the midterm or maybe for post midterm. No, the 2 weeks, no, the 2 weeks that is spent for this one.
Would it be better the certificate be a requirement to
Okay,
comply?
so um Sir Roy, sir, is actually asking if it would be grouped as a section, if they will be grouped as a section.
Hi,
So,
sir. Sir, we will not group them. We will not group them, meaning they can interact with all other students in the class because there are no group activities also here.
mm-mm.
This is self-paced, asynchronous, and expected that they don't come in the same time. That is why there will be no groupings. Of course, they will only see their own scores, but they can see some open forum. I mean, discussions or postings of the other students.
Yes, sir, and the classroom will be available on Monday, by Monday. Would it be better from Sir Severino? Would it be better if the certificate be a requirement to comply? It's actually a requirement if you, because they will be um, submitting it in your virtual classroom. So it's like an activity, a big activity in your virtual classroom for that unit. So it will be a requirement.
But what will happen, Sir Seb, is while the virtual classroom that we are creating has three knowledge checks with discussions and with performance, you as the teacher will not anymore see specific details of the quizzes, of the three quizzes and the performance task. What will arrive to you is only a one big certificate, that certificate with an accumulated rating of the knowledge check.
I
And
think,
that
sir,
certificate,
sorry.
our suggestion, and that certificate will be submitted to you as the teacher,
Okay,
perhaps
so
as your requirement.
yes, sir, because he has a follow up. Otherwise, INC if dili makapas. Sa
Okay.
so that would be the teachers yeah, it will be the teacher who will decide on that one if that will be a major activity because yeah, it's a unit activity. So that will be also a good one, that it will really have to, that they will really have to comply to that one. Yeah. So I guess wala na questions. Um, there's also kuan nga separate lang ang para sa teacher, Sir Dave. So yeah, so we will arrange that one maybe within the week, and then we will just inform you that it's available for teachers as well.
Yeah, because we will also get your feedback. It is our way also of getting your feedback as the teachers. By the way, I'm teaching also WGE. Alpi is I mean WPE. Alpi is also teaching, so we can actually relate, and it would be nice also to get some feedback from you for improvement. No, because this is actually a start. The plan really is, Ma'am Jean, just like many universities that I know, many of their GEs have equivalent asynchronous classes. Have asynchronous classes. Basta kay ready-made lang yun ang mga material, mga content, and as long as there is a department like us who will really monitor into that. That is actually allowed, no? As far as a mechanism in the delivery. So we are testing this, we are piloting this, and hopefully we will be identifying, especially the low order thinking part in the learning outcomes, no, mga understanding, remembering part, we can co-op, we can develop a class for you nga instead nga magklase asynchronous lang. What is first? You know.
Yes, from Doc Myra again, sir. So will they be required to take this? This is only for GE10. So, or yeah, so this is only, as for now, this is only for GE10. So again, we will be looking into how we could offer this also to our graduate students, no? And then we have also again the first, what is the first step that will take in order to start his engagement in this? Once a teacher already the same the time duration, like for example the week before Holy Week and Holy Week as the time for this engagement. So um it's part of the virtual classroom, so we are assuming that this is part of the virtual classroom, so all of your lessons are in the virtual classroom. So once they reach that particular unit, so it will be shown in the virtual classroom that they have to comply with this one. So because they will know also that they are enrolled in another GE module, so they will transfer to that one. So you will be the one to maybe announce it in class that for the next 2 weeks you will be doing an asynchronous learning activity. So you will be there. You are already enrolled, so things like that. So the instruction would come from user. Okay, so Sir
Guys,
Roy, kindly furnish us a copy of the module description and content so that okay, yes, we will provide you with that one, sir.
yes, sir. We actually provided the copy to the dean's conference. So, but we'll be sending it the full copy from the description up to the performance task.
So there's a suggestion already from Ma'am Doc Gina that it should be incorporated in Ed 101 in the graduate school. Yes, ma'am. We
Ed
will
101, ma'am, is unsa ganito nga
heritage,
Ed?
institutional
Here
heritage,
it is.
sir. Yeah, so more or less. Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
Maybe we could talk about it also so that we can incorporate it maybe next sem. Yes. Okay, so I
Yun na
think
nila
what
lang, no? Because we wanted to cater your interest to this because we are in the exploration. If you feel that this topic, the topic that we presented to you, is applicable in your
course.
class, no?
Yes.
In your class, just let us know so that we will know who are these students are, and then we can enroll them
Enroll them.
We will be the one to enroll them manually. Um, I think that's a kuan, Ma'am Ira. If you feel that
Yeah.
that is also helpful for our graduate students, why not? No, why not? Please let us know so that we can act on them appropriately. In other words, we can enroll your students.
Yeah. So I guess this is it for our Q&A. If you have other questions and then you forgot to mention it here, so you could always email us, or yeah, email us for now. We still don't have our landline available. So email it to us at tusol at su.edu.ph. So let's continue with Sir Fredley. Closing remarks by Sir Jade.
Hi, Malfi. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So, this is a really nice forum, especially for this one. This is a pilot for GE10, right? So this is the first time that GE10 incorporated a separate module, and it's good to see that there has been really a lot of interest, a lot of questions about the implementation of this one. So probably, Sir Fred could send us. Could furnish maybe a copy of different use cases in terms of how we can use or how we can implement this integration of the module within GE10. No, so it's this is really good opportunity, you know, especially for us teachers, that we can innovate the way on how we shape or how we deliver whole person education, at least within the university. So this is an opportunity to equip our student with with probably the skills, knowledge, values, and mindset they need to thrive and adapt to this ever evolving digital world. And also for us as teachers, right? So for us teachers and innovators, to experience firsthand, as what Sir Clint mentioned about micro credentialing. No? So to experience firsthand micro credentialing. So this is an innovation in a way in how we deliver courses where students can basically earn credits or units. Or a certificate from an online course. It could be provided internally within the university, or it could be provided externally by our partner schools and organizations. So let me just share my screen and promote something. Let me just share this. Okay, share. Which screen? This is sorry for that. Okay, wait lang for a while. Okay, share. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Not yet. Uh, okay na? All right. Okay, so I just want to inform everybody that we are still having this offering, you know, by Dr. Mariano Lau Invention Creation and Outreach Laboratory. It's offering a research grant for teachers up to 100,000 or 100K for a maximum of 2 years. And this is basically open to all SU faculty. So we are talking about innovation. So this particular research grant falls on innovation. So what are this is the eligibility of the project. So this again is what I've said. This is open to all Silliman faculty members. So the domains are if your project involves or revolves around livelihood of fisher folks and farmers, innovate teaching and learning methods, promote responsible use of digital technologies, or combat misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation on social media, and support the development of startup businesses. So those are the domains. So if you have projects in mind, that could fall within those different domains. So you can propose and you can give your proposal here at the Global Study Center, and the grant again is what I've said. This is a 100K grant. Okay. So another one is we are also promoting our first ever entirely fully online um, master's degree course, the Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Technology. So this is a first in Silliman University. We are offering a fully distance online degree or online course. And if you have friends, for example, if you know someone who wants to take a course, but cannot physically come in a physical face-to-face class. So this is good for them. So Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Technology, or MAED EdTech, right? So for our continuing education and professional advancement, or this unit was called NDP before. These are the different offerings, at least in the first half of the year. So they have introduction to generative AI for lawyers. This one in February, actually, a person in-person workshop in crafting an AI integration framework. So this is a 2-day workshop, and this is actually a retake because the first one we had a lot of participants. Actually, uh, so many participants that we decided to have another batch, so batch 2 for this particular workshop. So if you have friends who are interested in terms of crafting an AI integration framework, in their courses, in their classes, or in their school in general, so you can invite them to attend. If you want to inquire about this one, you can call our office. No, not call. You can visit our office. Wala pa din may landline karon na. You can visit our office. You can talk to Russell or Sir Haya for their different offerings for the SEPA, or continuing education and professional advancement. So this is what I've said for that offering for the coming February. So this is batch 2 because we had really a full seat on batch 1. So our participants actually are coming from different regions of the Philippines. We have from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So if you know someone who are really interested in terms of AI, or in general AI, crafting an AI integration framework in their school, then I would highly recommend that you invite them. Okay, and also for the upskilling for our teachers, we haven't we almost done with finalizing the schedule for upskilling. But as soon as we are done with the list of the different upskilling sessions for our teachers at Silliman University, we will be posting it in our Facebook page.